any fighter we've ever seen. He's as explosive, he's as acrobatic, and he can win fights. He's on an 8-fight winning streak. He's collected an extra $50K in each of his last 4 fights. Perfect at middleweight, looking to stay that way in the headliner tonight.
It just makes you think, what if he had just skipped even trying to make welterweight in the UFC and had jumped right up to 185 pounds? Where would he be? Because he is on a roll, man, and he did okay at welterweight. But I watched some of his fights back in prep for this one, and I could tell, without even knowing the weight class, which one it was because of just his energy levels. He does the crazy stuff and he loses it. Since he's moved up to 85, he doesn't burn out of that energy. He hasn't had those vicious weight cuts. And that's exactly how we want Michel Pereira, because we want to see the craziness. That's what makes him so unique, so dangerous, and so fun to watch. He's got good technique behind all that craziness. And he's got really good jiu-jitsu behind all of that as well. And I think that is what some people sleep on for him. And he's got a lot of submissions because he sets you up, he hurts you, where he does something energy every single fight.
And let's also acknowledge that moving from welterweight up to middleweight, the guy is a giant. Anthony Hernandez at weigh-ins yesterday remarked on how big he is. He's actually bigger than Hernandez when they stand side by side.
He make welterweight?
It's crazy to think of.
Yeah, what makes him such a freak is the way that you explained all that. He also has the body awareness to do all these backflips and basically a human pinball. 11 wins by KO and 9 by submission, finds the balance in his style where he's a submission artist and a striker. So whatever he chooses, he sets the other one up with his technical abilities. And that's not to mention the strength, the power, and the speed that he possesses and brings to the table. So Anthony Hernandez definitely has his hands full, but so does Pereira.
In 11 UFC fights, he's taken home a bonus in 7 of them. 5 of the performance variety, including in each of his middleweight appearances. We'll see what he can do at tonight's headline. Representing the true yin and yang of martial arts, outside the octagon, Anthony Hernandez is a down-to-earth, very grateful, very friendly family man. His wife, Christy, their 4 children. He's from the country town of Dunnigan, California. But when the octagon gates shut, this man loves violence as much as any other fighter that's ever stepped into the octagon. Tonight, he's been waiting for a test like this. 5 straight wins have got him here, and you gotta think the 5-round challenge suits Fluffy's style perfectly.
Yeah, and he's not called Fluffy for nothing. He said, I was a fat kid growing up, so he's got a chip on his shoulder. You can see it the way that he fights. He fights to hurt the person and melt them. And when he gets in the octagon with you, it's like he's looking at you the whole time thinking, you think I'm gonna quit, huh? And I'm not. I'm gonna stay right here under your chin. I'm gonna keep dragging you to the floor. And right when you think I'm this or that, that's when I break you. And that's what makes Anthony Hernandez who he is he stays in the fight no matter what happens. Everybody he's faced, he's found a way to literally do what he says, and that's melt them. But if there's one guy that they could put in front of him that would be hard to do that with, it's Pereira. And that's why this matchup's happening, because it's hard to get.
Favorite, Fluffy Hernandez. One final time, setting the table tonight is Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go! Live around the world from the UFC Apex here in the entertainment capital, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the main event of the evening. 5 rounds scheduled this in the UFC middleweight division. It is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the Executive Director, Jeff Mullen, with Chairman Dallas Hahn. The 3 judges scoring at octagon side, Ben Cartledge, Derek Clary, and Ron McCarthy. And inside the octagon, your referee in charge of the action, Herb Dean. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the world is ready. Las Vegas, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a striker standing 6 feet 1 inch tall. Weighing in officially 185.5 pounds, this veteran holds a record of 31 victories, 11 defeats, and 2 no contests. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Michel Demolidor Pereira! And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Also a striker, he stands 6 feet even. His weight, 185.5 pounds. His record stands at 12 victories, 2 defeats, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Dunnigan, California. Here is Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Gonna keep it clean. Touch gloves, let's do it.
There has been a healthy dose of respect between these two. Now it's time to leave that outside the octagon. Michel Pereira and Anthony Hernandez. Fight finishers on both sides of this one.
Ready, do it.
Touch of the gloves and we're underway. Hernandez is in the green, Pereira is in yellow. Very much chaos versus control. But both are very aggressive fighters in their own respective ways.
No hurry. Southpaw beats outside leg. Good. Outside. Back to the center. Back to the center.
Ooh. That was a solid front
That
kick.
hurt. That hurt him right off the bat. And that's all it takes. Go to the body. Shuts down
Pereira
the toughest guys.
unleashing now. Hernandez trying to grapple. Heavy artillery being deployed by Pereira.
It's to the body that he's hurting him. But we've seen Hernandez in these positions before where he's got to battle through some adversity early on. Oh, man.
The body work is just so smart. Go right to the body early. No matter how tough you are, if you get hit in the body right, it just doesn't matter. It folds you.
The 5-fight win streak of Hernandez started in this building against Adolfo Vieira. He was getting tuned up in the first round and staged an epic comeback submission win.
And this is where Hernandez wants to fight. Whether Pereira puts him there or not, that's where Hernandez wants to fight. Is up against the fence or in a 50-50 over-under.
That was a piece of tape that came off of the left ear of Hernandez. He kind of has those discs in his ears that he has to take out when they tape up.
Yeah, they never stay where they're supposed to.
Hernandez already starting to get that smother style going. He's already heavy output.
Right, Dom, and that's all that matters. It doesn't have to, he doesn't have to get the takedowns right away, but just that pressure, grabbing, holding him, pulling on his head. Dirty boxing, making Michel Pereira work. Oh, I like the creativity.
That hurts. I mean, I've been hit with that before. The heel to the thigh, that's
I've been hit with that straight
painful.
to the cup. Thanks, Edson.
You didn't feel it.
This is good. This is more of what Hernandez got to do. Just keep attempting, even if they don't work out.